It's all right.
Hey,
Hey, finishing up our dinner.
my dinner.
Yeah, your dinner.
All
It's
done.
just 8:30.
It's just now 8:30. We're here.
Yeah. I don't know if we're on if the YouTube is showing it yet, but you can scooch closer to me.
Hey guys. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I don't know if we're on the YouTube.
The sound quality's not bad either.
Sounds good.
Yep. Alrighty.
Are you gonna keep monitoring it?
Maybe intermittently.
Intermittently.
My papa's here.
We are here. Episode 300 celebration.
I can't believe we've been doing 300 of these.
Yeah. Me neither. It's all good. So if you were watching on YouTube, we just get started. We haven't really officially started. We're sort of pre-gaming all of this, but you may be able to tell from what's going on behind us. You see
Palm
the
tree.
palm tree. I'm in the swing. Look over there.
Looks like the Polynesian to me.
Looks like the Polynesian. We're on the beach.
We're on the beach.
You want to see what we're looking out at? Okay, let me see if I can turn it.
I'm not sure how good of a view that was, but
I have no idea because we're not monitoring it on the YouTube.
we're looking straight at Space Mountain and Tron. The fireworks are looking to start here in about half an hour.
I see the Contemporary.
Yes.
Space Mountain, the bungalows, the boat dock. So it's all good.
We're sort of on the tail end of the Polynesian beach, closer to the boat dock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if doing this from the phone, if we're going to get any of the comments or anything on here. So
what is this little 3-dot thing down there?
The 3-dot thing is settings.
Well, click on the little chat looking button.
That was not for, that was just like a script.
If we wanted I mean the one that's literally a text bubble right here. You see where my finger's pointing?
This?
Yeah.
Chat.
Everyone?
Manage all participants, everyone.
Right.
Nope, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's for us to send participants a message.
All right.
But it's all good.
I can't believe we're on episode 300. This is crazy. Why did it open Yik Yak?
Because you pressed Yik Yak.
I thought I had pressed YouTube. I had work today, and now I'm not at work. Now I'm here.
That's
had some pizza for dinner. We're just hanging out.
We are hanging out. We're going to get started officially here in just a moment.
And that's Andrew.
Andrew's on.
Andrew said hey.
Andrew says hey. Here. Who's here?
Liesel and Andrew.
Liesel and Andrew.
Perfect.
Very nice. Very good. Got my mic. Got your mic. I got the t-shirt on, Andrew.
We're double mic'd.
Double mic'd?
You have my t-shirt, but you left it.
It's in my bag.
Oh.
But
I guess I could put it on. But I'm wearing my sweatshirt right now because I'm cold. I'm chilly. It's not cold here in Florida, but it gets kind of chilly at night.
It was 90 degrees today.
It was hot.
90. Felt like 88.
It was stupid hot at work today. But I was inside for most of it. Do you want to get started?
Yeah, so I have a dad joke. I don't know if you have a trivia question, if you have any of that.
I think you texted them to me, so I should have them in my... Andrew also texted me a dad joke, so I have one to share whenever you're done with yours.
Yeah, we could do that. And then I think for this episode, we'll just chat about our favorite parts of doing this for 300 episodes.
Yeah. Maybe that's the move. I can talk about the college program a little bit.
And talk about all this, our favorite things at Disney World, because we are live from Walt Disney World. Did you think that when we start, well, maybe I'll save that question for the actual show.
Right.
All right. You want to get started?
Yeah, I can.
All right. Hey, howdy, hey, and welcome to another episode of Disney Assembled. I'm Troy.
And I'm Amy.
And we are your happy little father-daughter podcast, here to create joy and share our love for all things Disney.
Disney Assembled is sponsored by our patrons over on Patreon. If you would like to join them, check out patreon.com/DisneyAssembled.
Yeah, we'd really appreciate your consideration of that. Membership starts at only $2 a month. With that, you get access to all the exclusive patron-only content. Mimi, we are celebrating this episode 300 of the Disney Assembled podcast, live from the Walt Disney World Resort, Polynesian Village. Polynesian, what is it? The Polynesian Village Resort?
Yeah.
That's where we are, right across the Seven Seas Lagoon from the Magic Kingdom. How are you?
I'm good.
You had a
Never
good day?
been better. I had a great day. You got here, and then I went to work. The work was chill as always.
Yep.
And now I'm here.
I flew in this morning very, very early. I landed in Orlando before 8 a.m. Orlando time. So, yeah.
Yikes, that's early.
Very early flight. It was all good, and we were here. We had a beautiful day. It was gorgeous. We got to walk around, did some skylinering. We went to the Riviera for lunch. Kind of brunch, really, more of a lunch.
Yeah,
more of
and
a
you
brunch.
got the breakfast pizza. Did you like it?
I did like it. It was good. Breakfast pizza was pretty good from the Riviera. What was the name of the place we went to? The quick service. Starts with a P.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, can't remember, but it was very good. And
then we went to we took the Skyliner all the way to Epcot, and because we had to ask guest relations a question related to our time here. More on that probably later. And then we took the Skyliner all the way back to Studios. I went into work. You went back to All Star, and now we're here.
We are here, and we're going to be out here doing our live episode. Maybe watch the fireworks. Maybe the water pageant, the electrical water pageant may come by.
That should be coming through soon.
Yeah, that'll be coming through soon. But yeah, on this wonderful 300th episode, I think we're just going to think back about all the things the podcast has done, all the things we've gotten out of it and loved about doing it, and talk a little bit about our favorite things here at Walt Disney World, and go from there.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you a question before we started officially. Now I can't remember what that question was.
Was it, did you ever think we would be here doing this?
I think that's what it is. Did you ever think back in 8th grade when we started this, now that you're in college, did you ever think that we'd actually be doing a live episode from the beach at the Polynesian Resort?
No, I can't say that I did.
I never thought we would.
I can't say that it's not that if I had been presented with that, I don't think I would have said, oh, no way. I just don't think that it ever crossed my mind as an opportunity. And now I get to live here and work here, and it's been so cool. Andrew says that we're blurry, but I fear that's just the Disney.
I have a feeling that's probably the signal or your Wi-Fi, Andrew. We're going to blame your Wi-Fi.
It's blurry on mine too.
No,
it's not terrible though. That's okay. That's not the point. Do you hear the parade?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that it coming?
That's the water parade.
Yeah, very neat. Very neat.
But yeah, I've had the time of my life doing this, and now I get to do this from the place that started it all.
Yep.
Which is super cool. And I'm excited to talk about it a little bit more. I'm hoping to get out of here before 9 o'clock for Happily Ever After, but I'm thinking that might not be the case.
Well, we can get through it, and
if it gets super loud, if it gets too loud because of Happily Ever After, we might go. But
well, if anybody chimes in, we can answer their questions. I know we put it out there on the socials, and we told a bunch of people about the episode.
I love answering questions. So, please send your questions.
Right. So, do you want to get into this week's episode, the dad joke and the trivia question?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Why don't you give the answer to last week's trivia question first?
Yeah. So last week's question was something about High School Musical 2. Let me find it again.
Something about Troy Bolton.
What was the name of the country club Troy Bolton and his friends work at in High School Musical 2? And the answer is Lava Springs Country Club. I did not know the answer to this, but Andrew did, and he texted it to me. So Andrew is one of the smartest people we know because I didn't know the answer to that.
Very good. Well,
stick around to the end for the next one.
We have another trivia question in the episode, but we also have to have the
300th.
Disney assembled 300th episode Disney dad joke of the week. So Mimi, are you ready?
Yes.
For the 300th episode dad joke of the week?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Disney fans of all sorts, it is time for this week's Disney dad joke of the week. Mimi.
Yeah.
I was so excited to be coming here to see you.
Okay.
And when I got on the plane, I looked at the lady next to me, and I said, "I'm heading to Orlando because I'm going to see my daughter. She works in the Disney College program. I'm going to see her." And the woman looked at me and she goes, "Are you meeting her at the Magic Kingdom?" And I said, "No, I've known her whole life."
No.
Get it?
That's funny, yeah.
Meet you at the Magic Kingdom?
That one's good.
There it is.
I really
episode
like
300, Disney Dad Joke of the Week. If you have a dad joke at a Disney variety, it's family friendly. We haven't used
there it is.
Is that where the magic? Yeah, send it to us, disneyassemble@gmail.com if you have a joke you'd like us to consider using.
There's the water parade.
The water parade. Do you
That'll
guys want
turn
to
on
watch?
soon.
You want to? Should we show our YouTubers the water
We
parade?
can. Well, it's not on yet. We
It's
can
not
show it to
on
them, but I
yet.
think we should keep talking.
Yeah,
and
we'll
stay
keep talking.
focused on the task at hand.
Yep.
Andrew texted me a dad joke.
All right.
It's a really good one. I think you're gonna like it.
Right, go for it.
It is. How come Lightning McQueen and his friends are never sick?
I don't know.
They have a great autoimmune system.
That
one is a banger. I really like that one.
That was a very good one, Andrew. Thank you for sharing that. If you're listening and you have a dad joke like Andrew did, and you'd like us to consider using it, like I said just a moment ago, send it to us, disneyassembled@gmail.com. I'm watching the
right, the water pageant's like floating by, but it's not
on. Maybe they're not actually running. Maybe they're getting ready to run it. And they're
no,
gonna run
it
it the other
starts
way.
at the Grand Flow and it comes this way.
Yeah, well, they didn't pay their light bill apparently because
whatever.
it's not really going on.
300 episodes. We've been doing this. We've done this 300 times.
What episodes stand out in your mind as some of your favorite ones? I still think about a few of the ones we've done.
I think about the princess one, the one where we try to sort of objectively rank all the princesses and we look at 3 categories. I don't quite remember what the categories were, but I remember that one because I was really excited to do it, and then you were like, I don't know if it's gonna hit or whatever, and then for the longest time it was our most listened to episode. But I remember really enjoying doing that with you, and then the Friends tournament was a lot of fun.
Friends tournament was a lot of fun. Yeah, we only did that one time, didn't we? I don't think we did a second one of those. That was a lot of fun. There's ones that stand out to me. I remember we did a ranking of the villains, and I think that one too for a long time was one of our most downloaded episodes. I also remember when we did the upside down Disney World.
Yeah.
Where we sort of did the opposite. That was a fun exercise, a very creative episode. I thought that was a good conversation that we had. I
also think about the one where you and I planned trips for each other. That was on one of my first times coming home from college, and I was like, okay, what are the things that Papa would really want to do in a Walt Disney World vacation? And then I challenged you to think of the things that I would want to do in a Walt Disney World vacation, and we went back and forth. That was a more recent one that I think about a lot.
Yeah. I'm also thinking about all the games we played. We played so many games. We did the random villain.
The generators are fun. We need to bring those back.
And didn't we do some this or that?
We've done this or that. We've done Would You Rathers. The games are fun.
Yeah, they are fun. We've had a good time doing those things. We've also reimagined a bunch of lands and rides, and we've had some conversations about the villains land before the villains. Oh, you want to take the phone?
Yeah, we're passing it around so that our arms don't get tired.
Yeah, I'm going to pass it around.
Every time one of the sort of recurring things that we do that stands out to me a lot is the every time D23 comes back around and we predict D23 and then come back and look at the predictions and sort of review everything that was announced. I really look forward to that episode every year or every other year in particular.
Yeah.
I don't really know why, but I really enjoy the D23 ones.
Yeah, I do that too. I think the best part of doing this is that we've stayed, the reason we do it has stayed consistent.
Right.
This isn't a business. We have the Patreon, which helps a little bit with some of the costs of the website and the equipment and the Riverside and everything else. But at the end of the day, it was never intended to be a business, and it's remained fun. And we continue to do it for the fun of it. And we get a chance to be here tonight. It's just fantastic. We're just having a great time doing it. Well, now that we've been doing it, I would say, what has changed about your perception or your likes or dislikes at Disney World as a result of doing the show? Have you felt that your feelings about Walt Disney World have changed as a result of us doing the show?
Nope, there it goes. The water pageant. It's about to turn on. I wonder if it's too loud. Here. Okay, I'm going to keep talking. Andrew, can you still hear us? Can you let us know in the chat? There it goes.
You can hear it, but you can hear us too.
Okay.
It's a little loud, but I think we'll just have to talk up a little bit.
All right.
Don't scream. We'll just talk.
I look a lot more closely at story, I think, as a result of the show, because we spent a lot of time sort of picking apart different attractions, lands, that kind of thing. Not in a negative way. I just think that we spend a lot of time looking very closely at things, and I do that a lot more often now, especially now as a cast member who has a little vague understanding of how some things work. I really enjoy that. Okay, period.
Oh,
You
you
both
can
still
still
hear
hear.
us. Perfect. Yeah, I think the way that I view story has changed quite a bit since doing the show. I don't know. I think I just have an appreciation for allowing space for things to change. This isn't a dig at anybody, but I feel like sometimes Disney fans get really caught up in loving the thing that they have and forget about, looking towards the future about what might be if we continue to grow and change. And, I think when we started the show, we were both definitely traditionalists. And in some ways, I still am, but in other ways, I am not.
Yeah, I think for me, the story of Disney World stands out as a result of us doing the show, looking for those little Easter eggs and those little backstories to those little hidden corners and little pockets of this park. All those little things that maybe you overlook if you're just running around riding rides all day.
Right.
I mean, I think I've learned some of that through Disney Institute. I think that coupled with us doing the show and the more I've learned about Walt Disney World, the better appreciation I have for everything that's going on here, how massive an operation it is, and how hard it is for these cast members every day to come here and create magic and create happiness for these guests.
Right.
It's a lot of work. And I love the electric water pageant. It's one of my favorite things, very nostalgic for me. But yeah, I think our 300th episode, looking back, I would say I like Disney World. My enjoyment and love for it has only grown deeper as a result of doing the show.
Right.
And I'm just glad we've had an opportunity to visit the park as much as we have since that 2017 trip. Because 2017 trip to Disneyland was before we started the episodes.
It was totally random too.
Right. So as a result of that, a couple years later, we still have been going back to the parks, and we're still having fun with it. And so we're looking forward to. I don't know what the future has in store for us. But part of me wanted to do a practical joke where I told everybody this is our last episode. But
that's not funny.
It is not our last episode. No, we're going to keep going.
That's not funny. I really like doing this.
Yeah. It's not our last episode. Don't worry. It's kind of a joke, right? So no big deal.
We have been doing this a long time. I think this place has become a lot more than just a place for me, and it's a lot more than a place for a lot of people. But I now have something that is, very unique to me, which I'm really appreciative about. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. This place and this show and this company has, the more I learn about it, the more it's sort of just frankly drastically changed my career plans and, shaped me personally. And, I feel like I'm sort of like a cover letter here talking about Disney changed me and I love the company and whatever. But truly getting into this and getting into sort of a corporate deep dive in it so young. When we started looking at this company really closely in the 8th grade, and I've been doing it for 6 years, it has really changed what I want to do with my entire life and wanting to work here. Like when we started the company, when we started the podcast, I didn't think I wanted to work for Disney. I didn't really think much of anything. But now I have a goal, something that I specifically want to work towards, and that's something that's really special,
Yeah, Andrew was saying another thing that's special. He's hoping that in April you'll face your fears and ride Tower of Terror. I guess that's
maybe. Everyone wants me to go on it here, but I can't. I don't know.
Yikes. So speaking of rides, you've grown so much in the last few years. Like we started this podcast, you're in 8th grade, but I would say the things you like doing in the park have probably also evolved
Yeah,
since we started doing the show.
for sure. I mean, I've gotten older and I've gotten a lot less afraid of things, and that's part of it. But I've also sort of grown to love just kind of hanging out, finding somewhere to be. Dining has become a huge part of my Disney experience. And I meet a lot of people here that don't really do a lot of the sit-down meals, and we've done almost all of them in the parks. When I was looking at a list of them, we've done so many, and that's become a really important part of my Disney vacation experience. And I feel like oftentimes dining goes sort of underlooked as a formative part of your vacation, but for us it really is.
Yeah, the dining part has been more, I would say we pay more attention to it because we want to talk about the food, right? And so before we would just eat whatever, and sometimes we still do that, but we pay a little bit more attention because if there is something really good that we had, like tonight I had dinner at Trader Sam's, the patio, the outside area.
Right.
And just checking to see if anybody has any questions in the chat. And I had like these pulled pork tacos. They were delicious. They were great. Good meal, not too heavy. Good stuff. Appreciated it.
Yeah.
And it's a good something new I haven't done before. I had never been to Trader. I said Trader Joe's. I keep saying Trader Joe's.
That's funny.
Trader Sam's.
Yeah,
Trader
definitely Trader Sam's, not Trader Joe's. That's a grocery store.
Right. Yeah. It's all good.
Oh, the pageant ended. Happily Ever After starting in 9 minutes. That might be too loud to do this over, but we will see.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't end. There's more.
Well, there's more music, but
I guess.
I'm looking in the chat. Is there any questions? Anybody? I know there's a couple people in the chat. I see Liesel and Andrew. I know there's other people watching. If you guys have any questions or comments you'd like to leave for us on the 300th episode, feel free to do so. I'm just checking the YouTube chat. We'll probably, excuse me.
Excuse me. You good?
I'm good. Live. We'll probably cut the live as Happily Ever After starts, or do you want to try to keep doing it while
I think we should cut it as it starts, and then I think maybe on Tuesday we could film some like.
I think we could do some stuff on Tuesday, in a park. And
I think this episode should be composed of two parts, like the live recording and then like a pre-recorded.
That's really a good idea. I like that idea.
Because then we have the best of both worlds.
What do you guys in the chat? Do you agree with that or not? There you go.
Let me know what you guys think.
Let you know because I'm checking in the chat.
Okay.
There's probably a delay.
Okay.
So
what do you like? How do you interpret Disney Assembled into your sort of personality, daily life? Like, we've talked a lot about how it's like changed me and formed me, but like, how has it changed you?
Well, I think it has allowed me to appreciate, to do a podcast like ours. I think you have to start to embody, even though I'm not a cast member, you're in DCP, but you were just recently DCP. I think you have to, even though we don't work, the podcast doesn't work for the company. I think you have to embody a similar spirit, and you have to bring that into your daily life. And so things like trying to bring more happiness into the world, sticking to our purpose of the show and creating joy. Mm-hmm. I think you can't do that just by talking, for 30 or 40 minutes a week into a microphone. You have to live that way. You have to have that sort of outlook on everything you do. And I think doing the podcast has helped shape that aspect of my personality. I think it has helped me in my professional work in bringing that sense of joy, that sense of happiness into the workplace for the team that I lead. So I think it has a profound effect on allowing me to exercise that muscle that you use to bring joy and bring happiness into the world and everything else. So in that sense, it kept me feeling a little younger. I'm not getting any younger, right? Into almost mid-50s. But the ability to do this with you and to stay connected and have something to talk about is always a highlight of my week. And so, it's been a wonderful journey. 300 episodes, maybe another 300 on the way. We'll never know. We'll see what happens with all that. But it's been a wonderful ride. And we just got another comment here. We got Mom is watching and wants to know what your favorite opportunities so far, Mimi and Troy. How has your thoughts, experience, feelings changed since your first trip? All right, real quick. What is your favorite opportunity so far?
That I've been given to the podcast. I've really enjoyed being interviewed and learning to interview. The college programs sort of stemmed out of the podcast vaguely, but I had talked about the college program long before we started the podcast. You knew that.
Yeah, I do think meeting other people
Meeting other
and doing those
people,
other shows. Yeah.
you know, it's taught me a lot of things about how to connect professionally with people. Gaining just like the raw interviewing and interviewee skills, I think are really cool. Learning to really intake people's stories and then ask the right questions to keep them talking has something that I've utilized not only with this podcast but with the Daily Texan back at school. Um, and then my favorite opportunity coming from the DCP is I get to learn so much like every single day, and I'm just a sponge here. Like I'm here to soak up as much as they're willing to tell me about how things work, why they work, how I can move up, how I can change, grow with this company. And that's just been like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. For me, my thoughts, feelings since on my first trip to Disney World, I think there's a huge difference between going to Disney World as a teenager or a preteen and as a parent. So I think my thoughts and feelings have changed because as a parent, I'm not as I don't care as much about riding a bunch of rides. I would say when I was younger, the rides were important. I was more of a ride crusher. I didn't pay attention to the other things going on. Now I would say much more of a vibe chaser. I enjoy the rides, but I'm much more interested in the story and everything that's going on around me at the parks. That would be my choice.
Yeah, I've sort of developed into that as a grown up, for sure.
All right, so we are getting ready for Happily Ever After. I think Mimi had a really good idea. We had a live section of this show, and we will do more studio recording
later
second
on
part.
to sort of wrap everything up.
And
I
so
think
this will be sort of a two different recording sessions going in episode 300.
I just realized I touched my mic. That probably
Yeah.
wasn't fun for
It's all
anyone
good.
listening.
It's all good.
This is just the coolest thing, and I have the best time and the most fun being able to do this with everyone, and I couldn't love it more.
All right. Well, I feel the same way. I love it. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. And we're going to end this part of this episode here. The next part that we pick up with will be more of a studio recording. But thank you guys who listened.
Liesl has a question.
Liesl has a question.
How has working at Disney changed your view of the magic of it all? It's more magical for me being on the other side. I think sort of similar to how people describe being a parent and like watching their kids sort of experience things for the first time. That's sort of how I feel. Like I get to interact with these people who might have never ever been here before, and when I'm standing outside Mania working at Lightning Lane, and I see this little kid come on the corner and there's Woody and Jesse, like it's a very different kind of magic, I'm not gonna lie, but it's it hasn't changed at all, and it only has solidified the fact that this is a place that I love, and understanding how much true, genuine, like time, care, and love like goes into every single moment of every single day. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But now we are officially stamp of approval, ending the live portion of our 300th episode. Thank you guys for this crazy ride. I don't know how much longer we have because it's 59. The trumpets are about to start soon.
Yep. Thank you
So
for watching the live part, and we look forward to
you.
continuing this episode in just a moment.
Bye,
Hang in there.
guys.
We'll be with you in just a minute. Thank you.